Oh, look at this dust coming at me here. Big swirl swinging on through. You're going to see this thing blow through here in a second. Woohoo! Oh! And the camera's still standing up. So this is a good gust front coming on through. Well, hey there. I'm meteorologist Vin Crosby from the Weather Show with Vin Crosby here on YouTube. Today, clouds have moved in and we have a little bit of wind. We have some change coming our way. We have snow coming to those mountains. Snow! Yeah, after this hot summer and the inundation of wildfire smoke across the Northwest, we are going to see snow and heavy amounts of snow in the mountains if you're going through, say, tonight into tomorrow as this front moves on through. That's what's causing the wind out here today. It's not heavy right now. It's a nice breeze. It feels wonderful right now. Temperatures are in the 70s to around 80 degrees. But boy, it's going to be a whole different story as we go through the overnight hours and in towards tomorrow. Dramatically colder with cold rain. We needed the rain. It's going to rain. Now the wind in advance of this cold front, which is still just to the west, is pressing and pushing a lot of dust and smoke and haze still back out here into the mountains. You can see it back out through here. That little haze that you see there, that's going to be gone over the next 48 hours. And this good drenching of cool rain across the region in the Northwest is going to do us some good. We are going to get that much needed cold rain to put out some of those wildfires and get the smoke and the crud out of the atmosphere. So that's some good news. Rainfall amounts are going to be pretty substantial, I think, across the Treasure Valley. Right now we're seeing all of it kind of setting up, pretty evident on radar right back through eastern Oregon. And then of course we have the BSU game going on tonight down at Bronco Stadium, and down there East Boise looks to be dry for much of the game. So that's some good news. The game, I think the kickoff is around 7 o'clock. We'll probably go until 9:30, 10, and then we'll start to see rain get into the west side of the valley, coming in through western Ada County. Some sprinkles are possible, and then the big push of rain. So some of you may be going home from overnight festivities will get drenched with a cold rain coming on through the Boise area going in towards midnight. So keep that in mind if you're out and about for a late night in downtown Boise. Now let's talk about some of the snowfall amounts, because I think what we're going to see with this computer forecast model coming on through, showing the big oranges and reds around the Stanley area back up in the higher elevations. Some areas in the mountains are going to get between a foot and a foot and a half, maybe even more of snow. So hunters, or if you know anybody that's out there heading up into the mountains, the foothills, prepare for winter-like conditions. It is going to be very chilly, very wet. Hypothermia conditions will be around. And traveling, if you're traveling back up into the high country, getting up over, I'll say 5,000, 6,000 feet, you will get into heavy wet snow that will bring treacherous travel conditions. So I-15 going up to Montana, back in eastern areas of Idaho. Here, big swirl swinging on through. You're going to see this thing blow through here in a second. Woohoo! Oh! And the camera's still standing up. So this is a good gust front coming on through right now. Woohoo! Visibility going low. So this was kind of in advance of the cold front I saw just before coming out here. And yeah, with it coming through, I'm seeing a lot of turbulence here. Looks like the camera's kind of holding up, rocking a little bit. But this is a good 45-mile-per-hour gust of wind. I may have to run and get the camera. Woohoo! But let's check this out. Coming right at you. Woo! Notice how it is kind of swirling around there. There's some swirls in the wind. And then now let's take a look and see what it looks like across the valley. Look at that big gust of wind going down there. So sometimes you can see this kick up in the atmosphere and kind of almost like a dust devil in hot summer. Look at all that dust being kicked up down there. Unbelievable. Well, that's a good one right there. Yeah, so that dust just kicking down towards BSU. So tailgater's going to get a big gust of wind coming on through in a matter of minutes as it comes and races down through the Treasure Valley. Don't see a lot getting kicked up in the air. Oh, look at that over there. There's some good dust coming off one of the baseball fields. And just like that, we are dusty. Oh, there goes a little dust devil. Look at that thing kicking up, a little swirl coming across the region. Woo! Let's see if I can get out here now with the, see if the camera will stay in place. So that was a front in advance of the rain. So what's happening is the rain's falling into our very warm, dry atmosphere, and the cool air is sinking to the ground. As water hits the dry atmosphere and it evaporates, goes from the liquid to the gas form, if you will, that cools the atmosphere. Then that push of cool air sinks to the ground and then plows on through. And that's what we have been seeing across the valley. Tremendous amount of dust and low visibility coming on through with this gust front and a good dust of wind coming on through. Here comes another good little push. I'm seeing it kind of roll off as I'm up here just up on the canal behind or in between Cole Road and Curtis Road. Woo! I got dust in my eyes there for sure. The flag out by Bishop Kelly extended out pretty good there. You can see all that wind and dust and just miserable. Good news, bad news kind of thing. The good news is this is the leading edge of the rain. The bad news is all the wind kicking up this tremendous dust across the region. See all that kicking right through there. Look at that, just getting whipped up into the atmosphere. Here we go again. See that wind just going right down the dust trail here. Well, so far the camera's still holding on. Tremendous. Here comes another good gust. I can see the rolls of the wind picking up the dust, and that's going to come on through. Throw the camera in. Woo! Got it. Oh, that was a good one. Look at that push of wind coming on down. That is some good gusts of wind, about 45, maybe 50. Cranking pretty good. You know it's pretty good when you can feel the dirt tingling on the back of your legs. Yeah, there's no way I can let go of this camera here. No way. Look at that tremendous amount of wind energy down there. Sometimes you get a little gustnado with these. It kicks up and goes up in the atmosphere like mini tornado out in advance of the gust front. Gosh, I love doing this. Love being out in the weather. See the wind just coming in. Continues to press and push. Pretty much everything all over the place. Oh, here comes a good roll too. Yeah, all I've been doing is watching this gust of wind come down through here, coming right at me. You can see that, and then just following it right on down through the trail. And there it goes. It's like gust after gust, picking up all the dry dirt and dust and transporting it up into the atmosphere. And that should add to the particulates in the atmosphere and make for some pretty big raindrops as we get the rains overnight tonight. So that will actually, if you can believe this, enhance the precipitation for overnight. That was a great gust of wind. Here comes another good gust right through. You can see that picking up right down the trail. Here it comes. Oh yeah. Woo! Oh! Good thing I have some glasses on. I can alleviate some of the dust from getting in my eyes. Oh, that's a good one there. Woo! Oh yeah. See that rotation as it comes on through, with the friction, the different twists of the air coming on through, helping to kick off. There goes another one. Whew. Crazy amount of wind. And you can see it all down there off in the distance. That's what just came through here. Transporting just a large amount of dust and wind. You can see it all coming off these trees too. Oh, there goes another one. Look at that. Off in the distance, usually you can see the St. Al's hospital there. You hardly see it here. It's only about a mile and a half away, 2 miles. And of course the foothills you can't see anymore. Put this down. I said, of course, the foothills you can't see anymore. They're like totally gone. So tremendous amount of activity here with this gust of wind coming in advance of the front that eventually will bring rain to the region. Here comes another huge gust behind me. Checking the trees behind me to make sure nothing comes down on top of me. That would not be good. Not one of the biggest winds we've had here, but certainly a good wind. Can't let go of the camera, it's going to go right over. It's fascinating on how much dirt's getting pulled off that little mound right there. Look at that. It's just Dust storm extraordinaire on Curtis Road right now. Visibility has gone way down across the region. Definitely 3/4 of a mile visibility, if not less, at some point where those big heavy gusts of wind push that dirt across the road and out in towards the street and the roads. Looks like it is dying down a little bit. Looks like it is dying down just a tad. Definitely not as frequent with the heavy amounts of wind and the gusts that we've had. So, whew, just tremendous. And as I say that, I see the wind picking up again. So, to be honest, didn't see that one coming down like that. Knew that we'd have a little bit of turbulence in advance of the wind, but the minute I saw that, just a tide, if you will, it almost looked like an ocean of dust and dirt, a rolling wave coming right at me. I'm like, this camera is going to go. And it almost went into the water there, which is, you can't see back down to your left. Fortunately, the canal is low, and I was able to catch the camera. The visibility trying to improve a little bit. This gives you a kind of a good contrast here of what we're seeing down at the surface. You can see obviously it's dusty and disgusting, but just above us here, you can see the clearing. So we go from good visibility here to poor down on the surface. And so more of the dirt and dust here in the lower layers of the atmosphere. Dirt does not taste good in the mouth. Got a lot of it right now. So why don't we take a chance of doing this, and we'll go and talk about the forecast. Here's the computer model forecast with the push of rain that's going to be coming on through. I can't do this. Woo-hoo! That's another one that came through. How many times are we going to get rocked? So the computer model, just do it, hold on the camera from behind. The computer model forecast will show rain coming in tonight, again like just after midnight, and then pressing through. And then we see a lot of moisture coming through Washington and Oregon. That will move on through, but that moisture is indicating the cold air associated with the system. And so that will bring in cold rain. Of course, snow levels are going to drop. Here comes another huge gust coming behind me. Oh, and there it goes. All I can see is the dirt coming at me. Whew. That was crazy. So we're going to get snow coming in on top of all this. And then let's check out the snow totals. You can see the oranges again and the greens all moving on through. I wonder how many tents and canopies from the tailgaters down at Boise State are bouncing all over the place right now. Anyways, just a little side note there. I want to see basically how much snow we're going to get in the mountains when we wake up and are able to check out the foothills. You can see good little circulations too with the wind as it's coming around that bend. You can see some good swirls in the dirt. Amazing. The micro-meteorology there. So snow is going to fly, and you can see the heaviest will be up there, the higher elevations back up around Stanley, but that's in a range between 12 and 18 inches of snow. It'll be pretty heavy, be pretty wet. Pretty good heavy snow for the hunters up there. That should get the animals moving a little bit, I would think. Hunting season is just around the corner. So I'm going to try here again before I have to go catch the camera, because I see another swirl coming again. It's like a game now. How many times can Weather Boy catch the camera? All right, looks like I'm safe. So thanks for tuning into the Weather Show with Vin Crosby here on YouTube. Pretty exciting little weathercast. To be honest, I was just going to come out, do a little quick little shtick, get to the weather graphics, go back inside, watch the football game tonight. But that was pretty exciting. Trust me, and here comes a gust of wind. Woo! Trust me, I guess if there's any good thing about the dust, you can see it coming before this gust of wind hits you. Here comes another swirl. Woo! The weather conditions will be getting better, air quality, all that, after all this wind and dust pushes through and we get a good soaking on top of all this mess. Tremendous. I'm just going to walk and talk because I can't stop recording in this. This is pretty amazing. So I'm going to walk back up to the apartment complex. You can see it right there. We're going to walk into the wind as these squirrels are coming right at us. Woo! That's a good 45 miles per hour right there. And I can feel the cold. The temperature must have just dropped 10 degrees. Not a lot in the way of tumbleweeds. Yeah. All right. So, with the world's giant selfie stick here, I will. I am going to sign off and go wash my face and get the dirt out of my eyes. And edit this video for you so we can get it on the Weather Show with Vin Crosby. Please share with all your friends and family. Incredible, incredible push of wind.